120 years ago, First National Bank of Gilmer opened its doors to meet the needs of its customers. Through the years, we added other names to our banking family. Now, we're proudly unified under a single name, First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better for you, your families, your businesses, and our communities. We're the same great bank with the same great people and services you can depend on. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better.
Winningham Chevrolet is proud to support the Gilmer Buckeyes. Don't miss out on the 15% savings on the 2020 Blazer, Equinox, and remember, our service department is now open Saturday 8 to 12. Stop by and see Jay, Roger, and Lindsay at Winningham Chevrolet. The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Hey, East Texas, Matt Darby here, and I serve as one of the pastors at New Beginnings Baptist Church in Gilmer and in Longview. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking for hope in your life right now? We believe that the answer is Jesus Christ, and every Sunday we fix our eyes on Him and we worship Jesus together. I want to invite you to one of our worship services at 8, 9:30, and 11 in Gilmer and in Longview. We'll see you there.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second-guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
120 years ago, First National Bank of Gilmer opened its doors to meet the needs of its customers. Through the years, we added other names to our banking family. Now, we're proudly unified under a single name, First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better for you, your families, your businesses, and our communities. We're the same great bank with the same great people and services you can depend on. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better.
Winningham Chevrolet is proud to support the Gilmer Buckeyes. Don't miss out on the 15% savings on the 2020 Blazer, Equinox, and Trax. And remember, our service department is now open Saturday 8 to 12. Stop by and see Jay, Roger, and Lindsay at Winningham Chevrolet. The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back number one, back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Hey, East Texas, Matt Darby here, and I serve as one of the pastors at New Beginnings Baptist Church in Gilmer and in Longview. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking for hope in your life right now? We believe that the answer is Jesus Christ, and every Sunday we fix our eyes on Him and we worship Jesus together. I want to invite you to one of our worship services at 8, 9:30, and 11 in Gilmer and in Longview. We'll see you there.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzy & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzy & Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Lamar here in Panther Stadium, just north of Paris, Texas. I'm Todd Robinson, your host for tonight's pregame show with the voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash. And Jeff, it is a cool late October evening here.
I'm cold.
We got
We're
full
outside.
moon.
We're outside tonight.
We are outside on the visitor
I'm
side.
spoiled. The last 20 years, we've sat mostly inside.
Well, we get the elements tonight, but
we're real fans tonight.
One thing we want to say before we start is we were saddened this morning to hear the passing of Mr. Nolan Hagler. We're going to dedicate this broadcast to him. We'll be talking about it throughout the night. Nolan, of course, one of the Buckeyes from 20 plus years. We're going to stand now and have our national anthem.
flag tonight, but that's okay. Where the spirit was there, we played the song. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Jeff, once again, we want to talk a little bit about dedicating tonight's game. Buckeye Nation, very, very sad, tragic news this morning that Mr. Nolan Hagler, who has just been an absolute cornerstone down in the field house for 20 plus years. We have a text that I want to read online from Coach Jeff Traylor that he posted this morning. It says, "I can't think of many people that did more for me personally than No Way Gilmer is the program it is today without this man. I will miss his phone calls and his unconditional love for me. No one loved the Buckeyes more than No. R.I.P. my dear friend." I think that is just entirely appropriate as Nolan.
You can see a picture we've just put on the screen here, Todd, of Nolan. He is in the background there, and that's where he liked to stay.
That's right.
We had trouble finding pictures of him today. We're going to try to have something more appropriate next week. But this was Nolan. He was the backbone. He was the background of this program for so many years, and just content to support the coaches and the kids in so many ways. And the tragic loss, finding out that we lost him today, is just a real loss for all of Buckeye Nation.
Completely selfless man, would do and did do any and everything that needed doing. As the Buckeyes, with Dylan Fluellen out as captain, won the toss, we had deferred to the second half. That the Buckeyes will be playing on natural grass, which should be fun for the kids. We remember when you and I were playing, Jeff, it was a novelty to play on artificial turf, and we certainly didn't have the cool stuff.
Did you ever think it would be a novelty to play on grass?
On grass. We have aged, my friend. We have aged.
We have.
But the Buckeyes come onto the field, and not well. But we got a great view tonight as the Buckeye Army has showed up, really, for an hour and a half long drive, Jeff, in a big way. And we're going to have the kick by number 20, Hernandez.
All year that all fans have been waiting for. I'm just kidding. It's really not. It's going to be brutal tonight, folks.
Yeah, half the junior varsity is actually up tonight to get a lot of playing time. Obviously, North Lamar kind of moving up in terms of classification, but this is really probably a 3A type of a team that we're going to be playing tonight. So I look for it to be a whole lot of Buckeyes and a whole lot of young guys to get a lot of work, which will be exciting for us to see as well.
All right, number 20, Hernandez in for the kickoff, and it's a big one. And it's fielded on about the 10-yard line, and nice return up the middle by North Lamar, out past the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here comes the black flag defense, and it looks like we're sending in the starting unit to get the game started, which is what we anticipate to be at least for the first quarter or so.
Absolutely. Jet Jones, who was hallmark on that linebacker, made that tackle out at the 32-yard line. So, Jeff, that's where North Lamar will start. And I love the throwback jersey looks with the sparkly numbers that they have with the blue and the mustard yellow. We certainly won't mistake who's on whose team tonight.
Not for sure. Gilmer lining up, showing blitz. Man in the neutral zone, and he pulls it back. It's a handoff and a flag to start the game with. Gilmer drops him for a loss at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a little hard to call yardage markers tonight, by the way, folks, because we're just nearly level with the field itself. So, and they're again grass turf. So the hash marks may be a little difficult. We're going to get close.
Yeah.
We're playing hand grenades and horseshoes tonight.
We're going to close as we can get for sure, but that's an offside penalty against the Buckeyes. It'll bring up 1st and 5 now out to the 37-yard line from North Lamar. And ball spotted on the right hash, and North Lamar play a lot of spread set, Jeff.
Fakes the handoff, looking to pass. Downfield, just overthrown and out of bounds, so that one's going to fall incomplete, and that will bring up 3rd and 5.
Second down, Jeff, because we had
that's out of his first right track.
Yeah, we had the penalty on 1st down.
Kiki Listen, Johnson, I'm cold. I can't concentrate when I'm cold, okay? That's how it's going to be tonight.
Kiki Johnson had the coverage there on that play. Number 21 for the Buckeyes in this cornerback role. And Jaden Griffith, number 4. And also number 3, Devion Smith, in at the safety positions to start.
All right, Buckeyes coming. A handoff up the middle, and the back makes it through almost to the 1st down marker. He's going to probably be about a yard short. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 situation for North Lamar.
Well, big opportunity here for North Lamar. They get the opening kickoff. They've gotten it out past their own 40 and have a chance to move the chains here. And let's see if this Black Flag defense can stand up and get a big stop right here, Jeff, on 3rd down.
All right, here comes the snap in the shotgun. North Lamar calling an audible. They're looking at the lineup on the defensive side of the ball, and that's a flag on the play.
Somebody flinched, Jeff, on the offensive line, and I think that's going to back North Lamar up 5.
Well, was it illegal procedure? Was that the call? Because they weren't set. They were checking off for an audible.
And the only other thing that could be is lined up in the neutral zone, but that doesn't count until you actually snap the ball. So I think that's got to be
a weird one. This is going to be a weird one.
Yeah, that's illegal procedure, as they call it. So that's going to back up North Lamar 5 yards. And the Buckeyes are only going to have to defend 6 yards instead of 1, which is a big opportunity for them to get off the field. So 3rd and 6. Look for them to go to the air here, Jeff. That's something that they do a lot to the tight end. And now he comes over. That's number 4 and number 22. Go to a spread set here with no tight end in the formation. But look for number 22, Jeff. They like to run a little wheel route out of the backfield there. He's set up just to the quarterback's left.
All right, here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, heavy pressure. Quarterback rolls out, hits a man, and he can't hang on to it. So that ball is going to fall incomplete. That would have been close to the 1st down marker, but instead that's going to bring up 4th and about 7 for North Lamar.
Kiki Johnson doing a good job coming up and breaking up that pass. And that's going to be 4th down now, and let's see, I think North Lamar will, I think maybe they'll quick kick this, Jeff.
Yeah, they're going to line up for a quick kick. Buckeyes coming, kind of a poor punt, but it takes a decent bounce, and that's going to get it at least across midfield out to around the 35-yard line. So here comes the Gilmer offensive unit onto the field. And we'll have to see how the Buckeyes strategy is going to play out tonight. I'm thinking they're going to go deep right off the bat.
Maybe so. Number 14, Dylan Fluellen. But Jeff, at the quarterback position, Brandon Tennyson just being extra careful after last week, went through the concussion protocol. Everything's fine with BT, but they've just decided to hold him out tonight. So number 12, Mason Hurt, will be in at the quarterback position. And Parker Gillow, number 14, Dylan Fluellen, Davion Smith, and number 2, Jaden Griffin will be in for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, Mason Hurd, who had just a great game last night, hands off the number 2, Jaden Griffin, and he's going to easily pick up a 1st down on the jet sweep around the right side, and that'll move the chains, and the Buckeyes off to a good start.
Jet sweep for 15 yards to the wide side of the field is part of the original scripted plays that Coach Metzel has there. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from just shy of midfield.
All right, here's the snap. Pulls back, quick pass, complete out to, is that number?
That's Parker Gillow.
No, that's number 13. Parker's 19. Number 13 is actually Taylor Griffin.
Oh, that's Taylor, sorry.
We're going to have a little trouble tonight because we got a lot of JV guys. About 15 of them came up to varsity tonight. Here's the snap. Mason again dumps one out to the right side, complete to number 3, Smith, and he's drugged down after another Buckeye 1st down.
Well, the offense is really in rhythm right now, Jeff. It's kind of you expect. They get good protection, and Mason Hurt, very capable sitting back there and picking apart this North Lamar Panther defense.
Handoff to Smith up the middle, breaks 2 would-be tacklers, and still on his feet somehow or another, just refusing to go down and just picking up big yards. Almost another 1st down. He's right at the marker, and he just refused to go down there.
Yeah, he's so patient, as we heard in the coach's luncheon from Coach Metzel. You know, he gets to that line of scrimmage, reads it. He's got such great balance and great feet, and he picks up 9 pretty much all on his own there.
All right, here's the snap. They fake the handoff. Dumps one at pass intended, thrown a little bit high out there for Dylan Fluellen. That's going to go through his hands and fall incomplete. And that'll bring up, what are we looking at here?
That's going to
3rd.
Let's call it 1, Jeff.
2nd. No, they're moving the chains. Why are they moving the chains?
Yeah, I don't know how we got a 1st down on an incomplete pass.
It was 1st down.
Oh, it was a 1st down.
Prior to that, it was a 1st down.
They
They didn't move it. Okay.
So
2nd and 10. I didn't think he got the 1st down.
Devion did pick up a 1st down. And that makes it now second
so
down.
You
and
robbed
10.
him for 9 yards, and
did.
he got 10, man.
Well, he
got pinned playing like a pinball machine.
He was.
I mean, he was literally like a pinball bouncing around between players. Here's the snap. Mason Hurt drops back, rolls to his right side, got time and an open receiver. Number 14, Dylan Fluellen on the reception, and he's going to pick up close to another first down around the right side.
And Jeff, that's the same play, if you remember last week, that Dylan scored a touchdown on that play. Great pickup on the blitz there by Devion Smith from his running back position. Of course, Coach Tate, the running backs coach, has been coaching up that blitz pickup for a lot of years here in Gilmer, and great job there by Devion to make that completion possible.
All right, there's the snap, handoff to Smith, up the middle, waits for a hole to open, bounces out to the right side. Good tackle by the defense for short gain.
But that is going to pick up a first down for the Buckeyes, Jeff. Now inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19 as the Buckeye offense is just marched right down the field.
All right, 3 receivers, wide to the left, 1 to the right. Fumble. They fumble the snap, dump it out to number 3, Smith, and he is going to find close to that first down. They have a great, I don't know if you can hear that over the microphone, but when they make a good play, or do a kickoff or introduce their team, they have a panther growling over the intercom, and I kind of like it. I kind of dig that. I don't know what sound a Buckeye makes, or I would have one in our stadium. Here's a snap. Mason drops back, fires one toward the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They're going to call that incomplete. That pass was intended there for 14, Dylan Fluellen.
Jeff Dillon had a beat on that ball. Back shoulder throw, perfectly placed there by Mason Hurt. But good defense there to break that up just as he was kind of falling inside of the end zone.
All right, handoff up the middle to the big man, number 24 Choice, and he will easily score as he does all year. So with 8:14 left to play in the first quarter, Gilmer strikes first, 6-0.
Nice opening drive there, Jeff, as the Buckeye offense does not miss a beat. And just great run-pass mix to go straight down the field and score. Choice with the touchdown, and Hernandez on for the extra point.
All right, here we go. Hernandez up for the extra point attempt, and it is up and good.
So 7-0 your score now after 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Buckeyes lead 7-0. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
2-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
And back to the action here after the Buckeyes go 3 and out on defense. And then
now we have a Jaws soundtrack playing in the background. This is a fun stadium. I'm having a good time.
I like the sound man.
I've got
Jeff.
some
I like the
popcorn
sound
here.
man.
We're sitting out with all the fans. We got some soundtracks playing in the background. This is a cool atmosphere.
Do I get a trophy if I catch a football from the cheerleaders?
That would be a first for our broadcast.
Well, I can tell you this, in this stadium, every cheerleader we have could throw it into the parking lot behind us.
Easily.
Uh-oh, watch out, Jeff. Here comes the kick.
All right. And it's going to be a fair catch on the 29-yard line. So, once again, the Panthers are going to make their way back to the field offensively and try to get some momentum against this very selfish and stingy Buckeye black flag defense. So, looks like we got most of our starters back on the field
Now, of course,
for this second series.
Led by senior captain Luke Watson and number 44, Matthew Burton. This is a load up front for this North Lamar Panthers team to handle. They didn't do it very well on the first drive. Let's see if the Buckeyes can keep it up here and get the ball back to start this second drive.
All right, quarterback drops back, looking to pass. He's got a complete pass out in the flats. Not a big gain, probably worth about 4 yards, depending on the spot. Yeah, they're going to give him 4 on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 6.
So 2nd and 7, just a little route out to the flat to pick up 3 nice yards. Positive play for North Lamar, and for right now, they'll take that, Jeff.
All right, man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Buckeyes say no, sir. Fumble on the play. Not sure if they're going to call that down. I think with the whistles, they're saying that was down.
Yeah, the quarterback.
That was Big Burton there.
Yeah.
He had a heck of a game last week.
Yeah, the quarterback did real well until he ran into a wall that was wearing a number 44 white jersey for the Buckeyes. And he stopped very quickly for a 1-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now, and the Buckeyes with another money down opportunity to get off the field here, Jeff. It's so nice. It's throwback to see natural grass out there.
I love it. This is fun. This is a fun game tonight. I'm telling you now. Here's the snap. Quarterback, oh my gosh, coming over the top. Big Luke Watson. Buckeyes pick it up, and they're going to let them take it in. That's going to be a score.
That's going to be Arona in for a touchdown.
Number 33, Arona.
No, now the backside referee is saying that he was down. The white hat referee who was watching the play, but the backside referee is saying that that was an incomplete pass. So that is going to be an incomplete pass, and that's going to bring up 4th and 6. So mercifully, they'll take the touchdown off the board. But strange is the white hat on this side who was looking right at the play, ruled it a fumble. And the side judge on the other side, and of course this was the pass was made, or the fumble was made on the right side of the field. Most of the passes that you're going to see tonight are going to come to the quarterback's right hand, Jeff. They don't like to roll him away as he's not, they're going to call it intentional grounding. So referees getting together trying to make up their mind here. I'm sure that this is a Texarkana refereeing crew, or maybe a Paris refereeing chapter. So we've got 4th down, intentional grounding. And that's, as Coach Metzel's saying, hey guys, aren't you going to penalize them? If you're calling a penalty, are you going to back them up?
The middle flag on the field looks like an intentional grounding against the Panthers.
Yeah, Coach Metzel's saying, the rule is that you got to back them up if you penalize them for intentional grounding.
I don't think he's going to worry too much about it tonight, to be honest with you.
Now Coach Metzel's going to call timeout and want an explanation.
Yeah, he's going to talk about it. And why he's taking a timeout, I want you folks, all you fans, focus your attention to your television screens. I've just put pictures of the Lady Buckeye volleyball team.
Excuse me, Jeff. The undefeated district champion Lady Buckeye volleyball team. That's the very
same team. The number 13th, ranked number 13th Gilmer Lady Buckeye volleyball team. They have just had a terrific season. They just completed district play undefeated with a, like you said, 10-0 record. Unbelievable. They're 21 and, listen to this. When's the last time you heard this? They are 21-4 on the season and will continue into the playoffs now. So come out and support our Lady Buckeye volleyball team as they play for the by-district championships on Saturday, October 31st at 2 p.m. Longview High School gym against the Kilgore Lady Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are going down.
And it's going to be
going down. It's going to be painful.
Yeah, get there early because it probably won't last long.
These girls are vicious, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, they are loaded for bear, and we can't wait to watch them tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
They're the real deal for sure. You need to go and watch. We've even talked about, fumble on the play. They tried to punt. They're going to pick it up and nail him.
Oh my gracious.
Did he get in the end zone or no?
No, that's going to give the Buckeyes 1st and goal at the 2.
Yeah, that's bad
news.
And
you just are sitting duck back there for Arona. And which one would you rather have hit you, Arona or Luke Watson?
Neither one.
Well, unfortunately,
I'd rather just sit right up here in the top row and watch.
Yeah, and watch. Well, 1st and goal Buckeyes from the 2-yard line now with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Buckeyes already lead 7-0.
So make sure you go out and support the Lady Buckeyes. We want to go watch them trash Kilgore. That's always a lot of fun. These girls are tough, I'm going to tell you now. And we are proud of them. An undefeated season, 10-0, unbelievable.
1st district championship of the year, Jeff, we'll say that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hand off to number 4 around the right side, and there's a flag on the play. Probably going to be a hold, I'm guessing.
That's going to take the touchdown away from Cody Guidry. who gets to the end zone, but I think we're going to have a hold. Yes, we are. That's going to move the Buckeyes back to 1st and goal from the the 12-yard line.
Cody Guidry is so much fun to watch. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
He is tough as nails, and obviously an embarrassment of riches for the Buckeyes at the running back position. Probably, Jeff, we will see maybe 7 or even 8 different running backs in the game tonight for the Buckeyes, which is going to build depth and be a great thing.
All right, handoff to Guidry. This time around the left side, and he is going to stop, make the corner, cut back to the right side, and he's going to wait for some blocks, cut up the middle, and score. And he can do that because he's a lot faster than you are. And a lot faster than me. So 6:42 left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer goes up on the score again, 13-0.
Yeah, Cody showing off a little bit and putting some personal things on the highlight film. He was setting up the entire defense there for North Lamar. Comes around on that sweep to the left side, stops, hits the brakes, and takes it back around to the right side, puts his foot in the ground about the 7-yard line and cuts it straight upfield. Touchdown, Cody, and second touchdown of the night. Snap is up, hold is good, so is the kick. 14-0 Buckeyes with 6:42 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Hey, East Texas, Matt Darby here, and I serve as one of the pastors at New Beginnings Baptist Church in Gilmer and in Longview. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking for hope in your life right now? We believe that the answer is Jesus Christ.
All right, I hated to cut my pastor's commercial off. I'll have to repent for that or something on Sunday. But, Todd, today is a little historic for our family because my son got pulled up to the JV this week. He is number 49 out there, and he's making his debut right here. You're watching it, his first play on the varsity.
We remember that well. It's a butterfly feeling on Friday nights.
That's right. So we're going to zoom in on him there. That's my boy right there, number 49. You can see him. So this is his first play, and he better not embarrass our family right here, okay? Go hit somebody, son. It's a high kick. Going to be fielded on the 10-yard line.
And look who makes the tackle.
Crushes. For his very first play at varsity, he crushes the return man. Look at him on the sideline. He is having a good time. And that is my son. Look at that.
Awesome stuff. That is cool. So Braden Rash in on the tackle like it was pre-planned that way.
Like he's done it before.
Like he's done it before.
Good boy.
And laid a lick on him too, for sure.
He did lay a lick on him. I'll tell you what, I've been waiting a long time. 16 years I've been waiting for that play right there.
There we go. Well worth the wait.
Well worth it. He came flying out there like a cannon, and good job, son.
1st and 10, Lamar, North Lamar. And once again,
Flags
they jump again.
Everywhere.
So that's going to back North Lamar up 5 as they'll start now 1st and 15 down now inside their own 20-yard line. 6:37 left to play in the first quarter. Buckeyes lead 14-0 as they have just won the toss and won every play really, Jeff, since then. As the first drive was about a 56-yard drive for a touchdown led by number 12, Mason Hurt, and behind the legs of Davion Smith and Jaron Choice. And that last touchdown brought to you by Cody Guidry, which was after a punt gone awry, and once again,
flags again.
North Lamar backs up.
Man, I hope it's not going to be that kind of night.
Yeah, 5 yards. So far for North Lamar, it is for sure, as those yellow pants match the yellow hankies that seem to be flying around. And they've now got themselves into a hole 1st and 20 all the way back to their own 13-yard line, Jeff. Trailing 14-0 with 6:37 left just in the first quarter. As the Buckeyes, I think, Jeff, it's safe to say, will have a lot of time to build depth here tonight. And once again, Coach Metzel anticipating that. About 15 guys from the junior varsity brought up tonight to get some valuable playing time.
All right. Quarterback in the shotgun. Drops back, looking to pass, going to be complete. Short gain as he runs out of bounds. He looked up and saw number 5 coming in. I'm going to tell you something. You don't want him to hit you.
Yeah, that's Jet Jones on the coverage.
Jet Jones.
And Devion Smith coming from a safety position.
I don't know how tall Jet Jones is. I'm guessing maybe 5'7". But he will hit you like he's 6'7".
And Jet's got some weight behind him. He's maybe 5'8", but he's tipping at close to 190 pounds. And
he will hit you in the face. I like watching him play. He's one of my favorites. All right, they're going to pass once again, complete out to the flats, and Buckeyes coming in.
Once again,
that was Jet.
Number 5, Jet Jones from his linebacker position, bring up 3rd down. It barely gets back, not quite to the original line of scrimmage yet. We'll call this 3rd down and 11. As North Lamar very content to try to make this a 3rd and manageable by hitting the backside of the backfield in the flats. And the Buckeyes now going to a cover 3 look, which we don't see very often. The Buckeyes have seen this film, obviously, with Coach Tommy Edwards, defensive coordinator, very well prepared here, as Jet Jones backs up to a deep safety position from his linebacker, along with Dylan Fluellen, number 3, Devion Smith. And coaching staff from North Lamar sees that, calls a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 5:47 left to play in the first quarter. Buckeyes.
You know, Todd, as we take a timeout here, let's. I'd like to say we talked about this in pregame here in a second. Instead of clicking over to a commercial, we want to let all the Buckeye fans that may have joined us a little bit late know that the Buckeye Nation lost a very important, you might say, a lieutenant in our ranks tonight or today. Earlier today, it was announced that Nolan Hagler, who supported this team in so many ways for so many years, passed away today, and so our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, and honestly, his family is right here.
We are his family,
and that was a great man who did a lot for this program, and it's sad to when you lose one of your own, but it's especially sad today because this guy worked in the backgrounds for the last I don't know how many years, and just everywhere this team was, that's where he was, and he was the guy he was literally the backbone that was kind of behind this team for so long, and for so many of these coaches and players, and he will be missed, and we love you and are always going to miss you. Quarterback rolls to his right side, looking to pass, he decides to keep it, and probably a bad idea as he gets crushed in there by number 20, Hernandez, and he's joined there by number 15, also on that play. Now, who is that, Todd? Number 15. We got some guys up. I should know that one. That's Tyler Watkins.
Good hit, Jeff. Good tackle. Brings up 4th down and 10. As Devion Smith's going to retreat back to about the 45-yard line, as I'm sure this will be a quick kick.
Yeah, they're going to get a quick kick off, and Smith is trying to get a hold of it. He's going to, and he's got a lot of grass. And breaks the tackle, gets behind some of his blockers. Upfield, he looks like he might take it to the house. One man to beat, he will beat him.
Touchdown, special teams, Devion Smith. No laundry on the field. And you see the great coaching there, Jeff, because Devion snuck to the wide side of the field, knowing that that's where that quick kick was going to go, played it on a bounce, and then just used his speed. And I tell you what, Devion just kind of putting one on the highlight film there, outrunning the punter. And that was a drive of 46 yards on 0 plays as the Buckeyes put up a special teams touchdown to stretch this lead to 20-0 with the extra point left to come. 5:23 left here to play in this first quarter. And the Buckeyes are going to kick this one. Cody
Hernandez
Guidry in on the hold.
Hernandez in for the kick. Guidry to hold. And the kick is up and right through the uprights, folks. Gilmer at 5:23 left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer 21 and the Panthers 0. We'll be right back.
Hayes, Texas. Matt Darby here, and I serve as one of the pastors at New Beginnings Baptist Church in Gilmer and in Longview. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking for hope in your life right now? We believe that the answer is Jesus Christ, and every Sunday we fix our eyes on Him and we worship Jesus together. I want to invite you to one of our worship services at 8, 9:30, and 11 in Gilmer and in Longview. We'll see you there.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, back to the action here in North Lamar, an hour and a half north of Gilmer, right outside of Paris. And the Buckeyes have just scored again. For any of you that may have just joined us, the score is now 21-0 with 5:23 left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer's set to kick off.
And we want to shout out to our scout team players of the week. Offensively, it's Sergio Echevarria, and defensively, Seth Jordan. We want to spend a special shout out to those guys. Couldn't do it without you prepping up this week on scout team.
All right, high pooch kick. They're going to call a fair catch this time, as they're going to start over once again to try to get some momentum in this game. Ball's going to be spotted on about the 25-yard line. Gilmer, it looks like they're keeping most of the starters on the field. I think that's the strategy, at least through the first quarter.
Yeah, as Coach Metzel let us know that we have an expanded roster this week, going to build some depth here against this North Lamar team. Obviously, the Buckeyes very heavily favored here tonight, and they've come out so far taking care of business. They deferred, remember, Jeff, won the toss and deferred, and so far it's been nothing but 3 and out for North Lamar and nothing but touchdowns for the Buckeyes every time they've touched it.
All right, here's the snap. It's a high snap handoff. Left side, Buckeyes are just going to crush that. All year, Todd, you've seen this, where the Buckeyes' defensive front has just been dominant. They've got 9 front guys that they switch in and out throughout the game to keep their legs fresh. And those guys, this package that's in here right now is just, that is your worst nightmare. When you look, if you're an offensive line and you look up and you see Borda out there, you see Burton out there, you see those guys out there. Who else is that? Is that 54 out there?
56
yeah, Ward.
And Ward,
yeah. I mean, would you, if you look up and saw that package in front of you, what would you be thinking?
Punt.
Punt. That's a good one. That's punt. That's a good idea. First down, punt. Quarterback drops back under heavy pressure. He's going to go down. That'll be the first sack, and looks like
that's big number 44, Matthew
Burton. Burton's going to get the credit for that one.
Yeah, he is absolutely having his way.
You realize they had 9 sacks last week?
That is ridiculous.
9 sacks against LE.
Just ridiculous. And a very talented and athletic LE team. We'll keep an eye on the scores tonight as LE, not far from here, Jeff, taking on over in Texarkana the Pleasant Grove Hawks, and we anticipate a district championship matchup with them next week. But for tonight, the Buckeyes 3rd and 15 now, as they've had their way with these North Lamar Panthers.
They're going for a fly route down the left side, and that's going to be covered, a little overthrown, but covered extremely well by number 2.
Jaden Griffin on the coverage. We want to send a special shout out also to Pete Richardson. So Pete, thanks for listening tonight. Also, Colonel Neil Metzel over in Japan, Coach Metzel's brother. My brother.
He's a colonel.
He's a colonel. Excuse me. I did say colonel, right?
I don't know if he did or not, but he is.
He is a colonel.
He's the real deal. Is that Noah Connens? That is Noah Connens. Noah Connens is just, did he just shoot that? Shot a big deer, evidently. We got a picture here. We need to put that up on the screen. That's going to be not a great punt. That's about a 15-yard punt. It gets out to where the first down marker would have been. So Gilmer's going to take over in really good field position. Send that over to me, Eric. We'll put that up on the screen. Email if you don't mind. Eric, Noah Connens, Todd Connens' son, Todd and Adrian's, shot a buck that anybody would love to hang on the wall. We'll put that up on the screen here in a little while for everybody to see.
3:59 left, Jeff, here in the first quarter. Buckeye offense back on the field. Great field position. 1st and 10 from North Lamar's 35-yard line.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff, 32. And that is the man right there. Look at this. Ward up the field. talked to Alan about that today. Or no, that's not. That's 38.
Oh, excuse me, 38.
That is number 38. That is going to be Ashton Haynes. And let me tell you something.
Yes.
Ashton Haynes.
He's the next Ward.
He's a sophomore. This kid, I'm telling you now, could be a starting running back on most 4A teams in the country.
And he's on our junior varsity.
And he's on the JV. I mean, this guy is the real deal. He can run the football. So I'm excited to see him there. And there's going to be a pass incomplete.
They're going to call that
a fumble. And so they have recovered a fumble in the end zone, and they are getting a great return. What a good effort there by the Panthers, all the way out to the 20-yard line, and they call that a fumble by number 14, Dylan. As he was about to step into the end zone, he just coughed it up. And big break there for the Panthers.
Yeah, most Saturday afternoons, Jeff, that is a let's go to the replay. Let's send that one up to the booth. And most replay booths with that play are going to call that an incomplete pass. But the official white hat down there is going to call that a fumble. First turnover of the night for the Buckeyes, and you might have just stirred up a hornet's nest here if you're North Lamar, as the Buckeyes.
Yeah, they're going to hand off, and that's not going to go far, but maybe worth a couple of yards.
Yeah, the Buckeyes were expecting another 6 points to go on the board there, and Dylan didn't necessarily tuck that one away, Jeff, but he didn't have it long enough to really do anything with it. So a little bit maybe a questionable call there, but with the scoreboard tilting as far as it is already here tonight, not sure that you're going to see a lot of those calls go the Buckeyes' way.
Yeah, no, you're going to see a lot of stuff that you're going to question tonight, and we're going to be okay with it.
We'll be just fine.
We're going to be okay with it. All right, here's the snap, handoff, and they're going to meet him at the line of scrimmage. And they're just, unfortunately, North Lamar, not a big passing team at all, and trying to run against this Buckeye black flag defense is just not good for anybody.
Yeah, good luck. And Landon Watkins out here at cornerback now, Jeff, as we get a whole lot of guys, a whole lot of experience that are going to play a big role. Landon, of course, plays a lot in his junior year, Luke Watson's little brother. And I'm predicting that Landon's going to hit his growth spurt here this summer, Jeff, and we're gonna ooh and ah like we did at Luke between his sophomore and junior year of the physical development.
There goes the second sack of the night right there, and that is flags everywhere. And I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's on number
Buckeyes,
74, the offensive
and then
line.
They threw and then Burton or Borda, one of them clapped for it, and the ref threw his flags or his hat.
Yeah, that's another one.
Anytime you see him throw his hat, that's going to be another penalty.
Yeah, they're going to call it both ways, as all Burton did was basically clap. And it's not going to take much, Jeff. We just talked about it. It's not going to take much for us to get a flag. But let's put it this way. Between the whistles, the white jersey number 44 is having his way with the blue jersey number 74, which is why some frustrations were kind of exercised here as Coach Metzel is going to question and say to the referee, come on. But as we said before, it's not going to take much tonight for the referees to try to keep stuff close. And right now, we're just burning a beautiful evening. And the referee making his case to Coach Metzel, who's standing up for his guy, which is the correct thing to do. But between the whistles anyway, somebody on the coaching staff for North Lamar needs to stand up for their number 74 and get them some help, because he is just absolutely taking a whipping from number 44, Matt Burton. It's going to bring up 4th down and 13 as we're going to have another punt. Cody Guidry's going to come deep. Blocked.
They're blocking
and
it.
the Buckeyes get it right back.
Yeah, they're going to get it back, and this is going to be, that's number 5, Jed
Jones. He is.
You ever get tired of calling Jet's name?
No.
I mean, just over and over
No,
and over.
I am all for it.
He's kind of a selfish player. He does everything.
He's got a great name to call,
yeah.
and he
does
blocks
have a
that
great
punt.
Name, doesn't he?
1st and 10, or 1st and goal from the Buckeyes.
What I love about him is he chalks one up for the little guy. You know, like I can see eye to eye with this kid. I love it. And he is just a tough guy.
For the second time tonight, the Buckeyes 1st and goal from this one will be from the 3. Let's just say second time inside the 5.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. I can't tell if that was
That
Ward
is
or
Ward
if
for
that
a
was
touchdown.
Ashley Haynes, or is that Haynes?
No, I think that's Ward for the touchdown.
All right.
Yeah, that is going to be Ward
All right,
for the
that's
touchdown.
Ward for the touchdown.
So it
You're
didn't
going to
take
see
long.
a lot of different backs in the backfield tonight, by the way.
My guess, Jeff, is we'll see about 7 different guys get to run the ball.
It may be more than that.
It
You've
may.
already seen 4.
And it's still 4 touchdowns, Jeff. And remember, we deferred. So we set a scoring record, Jeff, earlier in the season.
And
in Atlanta.
number 20, Hernandez, with the extra point attempt. It is good. And so, folks, we're looking at 1:46 left in the first quarter. Gilmer 28, Panthers 0. We'll be right back.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
All right, back to the action. North Lamar, Gilmer 28, North Lamar 0 with 1:46 left to play in the first quarter.
Jet Jones with the block punt to set up that touchdown from number 32, Mr. Ward, made it look easy. And Jeff, I think to say we've gotten what we expected here tonight, which has been a whole lot of Gilmer Buckeyes right in the face of these North Lamar Panthers.
Well, I told Dina tonight, I said I figure what they'll do is leave all the first team in, run up to about 28 points in the first quarter, and then the rest of the game you're going to see a lot of the JV players tonight. You're going to see a lot of different kids get some playing time. It's going to be, a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and interesting too, because we're going to get a glimpse into the future a little bit, Jeff, to see the next generation of Buckeyes.
And you're going to like what you see, I can tell you now.
Absolutely.
High pooch kick over to the left side, and he is going to get a return on this one. And Buckeyes are going to get him down at the 34-yard line.
That's number 31, Jeff. Let's check our expanded roster because that's a JV player in on the tackle. As we are going to have to check roster quite often tonight.
All right, 31 is Michael Colbert. He is a sophomore and a pretty darn good player on the JV.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. As we don't miss many JV games, 8th grade games. We like to get a glimpse into the future as so much talent coming through this program, and a lot of it going to be on display here tonight as a preview for Buckeye fans. Back in Gilmer. Once again, we hope everybody's cozied up back in Tatertown tonight, watching the Buckeyes.
Yeah, there's a lot of people cozied up tonight. Handoff up the middle. Got a little room to run and a big lick there. The backside, and he's staying on his feet. Good job there. A great effort there by the running back for North Lamar. Good job. Speaking of cozied up, I can guarantee you that my wife is literally on a couch with a big, giant pillow, an even bigger blanket, a book, a dog at her feet, and a cup of coffee beside her right now as we speak. Guarantee it.
Well, ditto for mine. It's just hot chocolate. So
yeah,
pretty
that's
much
exactly
the
what
exact
mine's
same
doing
thing
right now. And here we are out here sacrificing, in the cold.
In the cold.
Is there any place you'd rather be?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, not
way.
at all.
I also
Not
want to
at
give
all.
a shout out to my little girl, Brooklyn Rash, who's watching the Buckeyes tonight from home in Gilmer. I love you, Brooklyn. Get to bed on time tonight, please. Handoff up the middle and stuck instantly, and I believe that is Borda.
Yeah,
that's big number 54. That's and I wouldn't want to get hit by Braden Ward.
Yeah,
Braden Ward.
That hit right there didn't just stop behind the line of scrimmage. We kind of stopped time with that one as just the sheer gravity of that situation just stopped that play.
Look at the size of those guys on the down line.
Well, let's put it this way. You won't think that next week.
No, you won't. They'll look compatible.
Small.
We've got a new down lineman right here. Is this number? What number is this right
Number
here
52?
on this side? Is that 52? So number 52 down line now. That is a sophomore, Duhart.
That's number 10, number
Flags
12. Oh,
flying.
excuse me. And that's going to be a face mask. That's number 13 for the Buckeyes that is going to get that face mask, which is a blitz, and the Buckeyes had it dialed up, and we're going to move this one 15 yards ahead. Not something that was intentional by any means. He just reached out.
Oh, it just happens. It happens. Most of those are unintentional.
And that is the first down of the night, Jeff, for the North Lamar Panthers, as it takes a hanky to get the flags moved for the first time tonight for North Lamar.
And that will be an automatic Panther.
Probably the last play of the quarter, Jeff, for North Lamar. And no, they will not snap another one. So we'll take a timeout here. 28-point first quarter for the Buckeyes, who will get the ball to start the second half. And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Extra, extra. Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Welcome back to the action, folks. We're in North Lamar, just outside beautiful Paris, Texas, about an hour and a half north of Gilmer, Texas. We're starting the second quarter, and Gilmer leads 28-0 as this game has been well in hand tonight. Going to see a lot of substitutes tonight on the field, which we love. And like you say, you're going to get a glimpse of the next couple of years. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to pass under heavy pressure. Airs one out, overthrown. That pass was intended for number 4 for North Lamar and defended by number 14, Dylan Fluellen, who will probably play safety or corner somewhere on Saturdays.
Yeah, follow big brother down to Houston Baptist, who was an all-conference performer, the freshman newcomer of the year in that conference. And he is just physically gifted. As Dylan playing man-to-man, has that locked up all the way. Plays obviously on both sides of the ball, but they're going to reset the play clock. And second down and 10 now for North Lamar from their own 46-yard line. Got a chance to get into Buckeye territory for the first time tonight.
All right, looking to pass, got man across the middle, and he holds on to it. He takes the lick by number 14, Dylan Fluellen, but to his credit, he holds on to it for about a 14-yard gain and a big first down.
Yeah, second first down of the night, Jeff, for the Panthers into Buckeye territory.
He took a shot on that play, but, buddy, he held the ball.
Yeah, he very much did, as Dylan is kind of a headhunter back there. He's a man among boys tonight, and that's their best receiver, number 4. They'll target him most of the time, but he paid for that reception. But first down and 10, North Lamar.
All right, another pass. They're going to air one out, and this one's going to be knocked down.
Almost intercepted by Kiki Johnson out there. Had great coverage, stride for stride. Just couldn't hold on to that one.
I thought he might pick that one off.
Yeah, he made a play on that ball for sure. As you're not going to run past these Buckeyes if you're North Lamar, but they're going to try to keep them honest because obviously, Jeff, as you saw also last week against Liberty Ilo, there's just nothing doing in the running game here. I mean, you're running into a big solid white wall with black pants and black helmets. You might as well try to throw it deep. As the last couple of possessions, North Lamar certainly has tried.
All right, North Lamar. Handoff. Had a gap, and it got closed up really quick by none other than number 5, Jet Jones.
Yeah, Jet's just everywhere from that linebacker position. Hernandez in there next to him with that linebacker spot. Playing inside 33, Arona, young sophomore, getting more and more playing time. And he's a player, Jeff. He's one to watch. I'm glad we still got another 2.5 years left on his contract.
He's going to be fun.
Yeah, he really
going to be fun. He is like an uncaged animal out there. I'm telling you, man, that guy plays with reckless abandon. And that is a quote from Alan Metzel, reckless abandon. Or 2, and that's going to bring up, unfortunately, a 4th and long. And we'll have to see what they choose to do here. They might as well go for it.
52, Aaron Duhart, senior.
Look at the size of Duhart. Look at him out there. He looks like Choice.
He is an offensive lineman. Something that you're going to see from the Buckeyes here for the rest of the season is a lot of the guys offensively interchanging on the defensive line and defensive linemen playing offensive line. They feel like that is going to give better balance to both sides of the ball. And Duhart in playing defensive end for the first time, and you can see that he's a talented lineman.
All right, they're going to go for it. and they do a good job. And that is, did he pick it off?
Yeah, he did.
That would have been a better one to bat down at 4th down,
Yeah.
but it's hard to do that when you're out on the field. You see a ball coming, you want to catch it.
Yeah, Dylan says, give me that turnover belt as he makes that interception very deep in Buckeye territory. And that's going to bring the Buckeye offense back onto the field. 1st and 10, and that's going to be from our own 10-yard line, Jeff. 90 yards to go, and let's see how long it takes the Buckeyes to get there. As number 3, Devion Smith, back in at running back. And the entire starting lineup out there for the Buckeyes.
And I can't tell if that's Mason or if that's
Parker.
That's Mason. They're going to air one out over the middle. It's going to be picked off. Nope, knocked down.
As Dylan
They're going to
Flurellen.
say it's incomplete. He was trying to get back that fumble. He said, I'm going to be net 0 at the end of this game.
Dylan Flurellen, as you mentioned, Jeff, fumbled going into the end zone, but's got an interception, and Dylan just broke that one up. He was playing defensive back on that play as Mason just kind of led him a little bit too far to the inside. And
yeah, unfortunately tonight, Rowan still out on the injury reserve list, not playing. His brother, we're kind of missing him. That pass is complete, I think, to number 19, Parker Gilo, so that's one cousin passing to the other.
Yeah, and that is a good combination as
complete to number 19.
You've seen that one in the field many a time.
Yeah, they've been doing that since they were like 3.
36.
All right, handoff to Smith. He's coming our way. Cuts up field, finds a gap, looking for a seam. Down the middle, taking it to the house, and they are not going to catch him.
Devion Smith, and that is about let's say 74 yards, as Devion Smith already had one touchdown on the evening, adds his 2nd on the night, and he is just uncatchable, as you say, Jeff, once he gets turned loose in that 2nd level. And Devion making it look easy, but he's just got some wheels. That's all there is to it, Jeff. Devion can run.
Yeah, one of the fastest guys on the field tonight. You can say that about 4 or 5 of them.
And they're all wearing white jerseys.
And they're all wearing white jerseys. He's one of the faster guys out there on the field for the Buckeyes. And he can, when he gets in open field, he turns on the jets.
And the kick is up. And no good.
They're going to call that no good.
That attempt was actually by our left-footed kicker. And we will take a quick timeout and come back right after these messages.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got all kinds of fans in the crowd tonight. Amber, there's a mother right there that's really excited to be there. Melinda, and there's another mother. That's Mason Hurt's mother right there. And there's Parker Gilo's mother on the other side of her, Sarah Dean. So glad those folks are here supporting their boys tonight. Proud mamas.
Made the long trip. And so when Luke hits somebody, we know who to do the child abuse reporting to. We can talk to Amber, and she can be responsible. And
she doesn't care.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
Just keep her baby safe.
As long as it's not one of hers.
Landon out there as well. So
all
Jeff,
right, 9:23 left to play in the 2nd quarter. It is 34-0.
Yeah, the scoreboard is definitely tilting this direction already tonight, Jeff, as I think we're about to see a whole lot of younger players play. And we will watch for number 49 covering this kick from Hernandez.
All right, it is a high kick. Down the middle, it's going to hit the ground. And here they come. We got one that missed, and there's the balls on the ground.
They are going to call that down.
Are they going to call that down?
You've got to be kidding me.
That Gilmer coach is not happy about that.
Return for the Panthers.
As that's number 31 once again, Jeff, as you mentioned, the young sophomore. that made that hit and I think caused a fumble, but it was not called a fumble. It was called down on contact. So we will, as you say, Jeff, we'll roll with that call. At 34-0 with 9 minutes left in the second half, I think there's a lot of calls we're going to roll with here tonight. But the first team defense is still in. And now
they're starting to substitute.
We're starting to substitute. So some young,
got some brand new fresh legs on the defensive line. We'll see what these guys can do.
And they're happy to see number 44 come over here and stand by the coaches. But the result,
a handoff up the middle is going to result in maybe a yard or so.
I was about to say the result, although we got new faces out there, is pretty much the same for the Panthers. They pick up 1 yard on that carry. Call it 2, 2nd and 8. Buckeye defense has North Lamar pinned deep at their own 11-yard line.
Here's the snap. Looking to pass, forced out of the pocket. He's going to have to tuck it.
Oh, goodness.
He's going to get tackled from behind. And that was by, was that Burton?
44, Matt Burton.
That was Burton, who's still in the game.
Yeah, and he ran that one down from behind. And I tell you what, if you're running away from number 44, it's probably a bad idea to stop on the train tracks because you get run over, as just happened to the quarterback. Manages to pick up 2 more yards, though. 3rd down and 6. Another opportunity for the Buckeye defense to get off the field here.
Nick Clark also on the defensive line now, and also number 60, Connor Dunn. He's a sophomore, and Connor's going to be one to watch here in the next few years too. Aggressive football player. Does a good job. Good kid too. All right, they're going to call illegal procedure, I think. No, they're going to call a timeout.
So we'll take a timeout as well. 34-0, 7:52 left to play here in this first half. We'll be right back after these messages.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
120 years ago, First National Bank of Gilmer opened its doors to meet the needs of its customers. Through the years, we added other names to our banking family. Now, we're proudly unified under a single name, First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better for you, your families, your businesses, and our communities. We're the same great bank with the same great people and services you can depend on. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better.
All right, back to the action here. Quarterback's scrambling for his life to the right side. Heavy pursuit, and he is going to get knocked down. No flags on the play. I thought I saw a face mask, but maybe they didn't see it.
It's going to bring up 4th down for North Lamar, an obvious punting situation. Once again, is the Buckeye defense doing their job getting off the field for the first time tonight. They're going to punt from deep. Jet Jones has blocked a punt already tonight to set up one of the Buckeye touchdowns. And now Cody Guidry is going to have another opportunity to touch it, which is bad news for the opposing team for sure. As Cody's going to say, get away from it.
All right, they're going to take a pretty good bounce. That's not a bad punt, probably their best one of the night. It's going to be just shy of midfield. And I see Parker Gilo coming out. I don't know if he's coming out in the quarterback capacity or if he's coming out. I'm looking for number 12, see if he's coming. No, I think he's coming as a quarterback.
Parker's coming in at quarterback. He's taking a lot of snaps himself at the quarterback position, very familiar. And great opportunity for the Buckeyes to build depth here. And, of course, number 32, Ward, in the backfield with him. So look out as the spark plug, Jeff, is lined up in pistol formation just shy of midfield.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff around the right side. Number 32, Ward, one of my favorite guys to watch. And watch him carry 4 of them. Look at that. Is that strong or what? Unbelievable. Nice run there by Ward.
Yeah, he made a move, Jeff, against Liberty Ilo last week that we're still trying to figure out how to make the 40-yard line there in Buckeye Stadium straight, because he threw a juke that literally made the 49-yard go crooked.
Well, he threw a key block also to save Mason.
Yes, very much so.
He picked up that big defensive end, number 9. Handoff again to Ward around the right side, and he just kind of tripped up that time, short gain. Man, he is a capable running back, and I think that's the 5th running back we've seen in the game so far tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jeff. We're going to go past my projected 7 maybe here in the first half.
Well, what have you seen so far? You've seen Smith, you've seen
Choice,
you've seen
Guidry.
Choice, you've seen Guidry.
We've seen,
Ward,
and we've seen the young sophomore.
Yeah, Haynes. All right, dropping back, sets up the screen, completes a 26, touchdown.
Parker Gilmer throws his first touchdown pass of the year.
And that is complete to Will Blakely, the junior.
Will Blakely. Parker's caught several touchdowns already this season, throws for his first of the year.
Dominique Chavez comes in for extra point duties. This is the guy that nailed those 2 of the prettiest onside kicks I've ever seen back to back.
Textbook, Jeff.
Textbook. He is left-footed, and he puts that one right down the gut. So, folks, 5:45 left to play in the first half. It is Gilmer 41. Should be 42.
Yeah, 41.
Put it up yet.
And North Lamar.
Oh, that's right. No, it is 41. We missed the last one.
Missed an extra point. So 41-0. And we have got a running clock, Jeff, which is not a bad thing. So I think we will speed some things up. We'll take a quick time out and be right back after these messages.
Winningham Chevrolet is proud to support the Gilmer Buckeyes. Don't miss out on the 15% savings on the 2020 Blazer, Equinox, and Trax. And remember, our service department is now open Saturday 8 to 12. Stop by and see Jay, Roger, and Lindsay at Winningham Chevrolet.
Back to the action here in Gilmer. 5:28 left here to play in this first half. Lopsided score, Buckeyes 41, Lamar 0. And it's pretty much just been all Buckeyes all night so far from the coin toss up till now. Remember, Jeff, the Buckeyes suited up 15 of the junior varsity players kind of in anticipation of this kind of the first half and being able to build a lot of depth here. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing for the program as the entire JV kickoff team now into the game. And we are excited to see some of these young guys get to play, and even more excited, Jeff, to see some of these guys that are the starting number 1s and number 2s that play on a regular basis stay out of harm's way, because the Pleasant Grove Hawks come to town next week, folks, into Jeff Traylor Stadium, and it will inevitably be for the district championship. And the first time in a long time the Buckeyes can say, hey, you know, let's go get a district championship.
And it's a high pooch kick, going to be fielded on the 25-yard line. That's a fair catch. And so Buckeyes black flag defense making their way to the field. I see big number 24 Choice in the game.
Lots of new faces tonight, Jeff, as we will check the rosters.
This has been a fun game, though, I'll tell you what. I mean, honestly, the grass field, you know, the bands are having a good time. The cheerleaders are outside, and there's a lot of energy in the, you know, with the crowds. This is like what Friday nights are for right here.
It's kind of like playing a football game in your living room, too.
No, it's great. This is fantastic.
Scoreboard reflects our enthusiasm as well.
All right, trying to get something going. Handoff up the middle, and they are going to shut that down cold. Not going to allow that at all.
We need to pull up the roster there, Jeff, to make sure that we get all the names. Number 41 for the Buckeyes in on that tackle.
He's been in quite a bit tonight, actually, Todd. That is number 41 is Skylar Hall. He's a senior. He's been in the game quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, he's played well. 38, Jeff, as you mentioned, in linebacker.
Will Blakely.
Yeah, and the Buckeyes now
also playing corner.
Cover 3 in with obvious passing down.
Okay, that's just going to be thrown incomplete. Good coverage there by the Buckeyes.
Bring up.
And you also see number 38, Ashton Haynes, in on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, Ashton is a very talented young player as well, Jeff.
Man, let me tell you something. He is going to be fun to watch, folks. Remember that name, Ashton Haynes. He is a ball player. He can run the ball.
Yeah,
Colton Griffin also in back in the secondary.
Cover 3 for the Buckeyes. something you don't see very often. They will run the ball, and what a
Handoff
great
up the middle,
hit.
what a great shot. And look at there, Ashton Haynes
number.
hits him and does what you're supposed to do on defense. You drive them back the other direction.
That's right, and that's 41 once again, Jeff, as you said, in on the tackle. Stopping it for a short gain to bring up 4th down and 6, and let's see what North Lamar does here.
And let me tell you, the reasons that Haynes is not on, we just have so many running backs, juniors and seniors. This is the only reason he's on JV.
That's
this kid can run on a varsity level. Unbelievable. He's really, really talented.
Look out.
Cody Guidry's going to get a return. Let's see what he'll get. Down the left side, going to cut back to the right side.
We got a flag down, Jeff. It's going to be a
Getting
hold.
some blocks over here. He's got plenty of room to run down the sideline. One to beat. Cuts back inside. He's taking it to the house, but that's got a flag on the back side. So they're probably going to call this one back. Poor Cody. He's been trying to run one, get one back, and he gets it back, and we're going to get it called back.
Well, he's out, Cody, that if I run to one side and hit the brakes, I get everybody to overcommit, and then I got all kinds of room on the backside, and that's going to be a hold. That actually was a really good call, Jeff. I didn't catch the number of the Buckeye that was out there on the other side, but anytime you see a back turn and fall to the ground, normally that's going to be a penalty on the receiving team, and that's going to be either a hold or an illegal block in the back. And that's going to back this Buckeye offense with Parker Gillow in at QB now, just threw his first touchdown pass of the season. And the Buckeye offense not even missing a beat.
No, and watch this. They've got number 38, Ashton Haynes, in here.
Yeah, Haynes and Ward, and it's just it's an embarrassment of riches.
Watch when he gets the ball. I mean, this guy's nearly guaranteed he's going to get yards every time. He is like, he's such a nice kid too. I mean, if you know him, he's super respectful and just a good young man. Handoff to Haynes, around the right side, looking for a hole, found one. Downfield and tripped up. He was upset. Look at Charles down the sideline. He was like, man, I thought he was going to break that one.
Charles loves him too. I thought he was going to go score.
Everybody loves this kid. I'm telling you, he is fantastic. He's just a great kid all the way around.
Well, he may get another chance right here, Jeff, as that was a great pickup all the way into North Lamar territory. That is about a 19-yard pickup. That's going to bring first and 10 now for the Buckeyes from the North Lamar 8. 2:17 left to play in the half. Buckeyes lead 41-0, but something tells me that's not going to be our halftime.
Yeah, I wish they'd hand it to him again. They're throw the ball up. That's going to be 5. Just a mental mistake on the offense. It'll be 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10.
And as G.J. Kinney used to say, our offensive lineman padding the stats.
All right, now they're bringing Haynes out, and they're putting in, looks like number 31, is that right?
That's
what
correct.
I'm saying? That's Michael Colbert. He's also a sophomore. And he's another good ball runner. He's normally number 6, but he has got some wheels. He's chased down behind there as he picks up about 5 yards back to the original line of scrimmage.
As you said, Jeff, bring up 2nd and 10 after a 5-yard pickup from that penalty.
And this is another guy that can run the ball. You watch him; he's a lot of fun to watch too.
Yeah,
Michael Colbert,
talented sophomore class, Jeff.
It really is. They've
you
got
can come
a
watch
good
play every Thursday, but obviously with the juniors and seniors that the Buckeyes have, these guys have to wait their turn. And as you said, Jeff, these same sophomores will start just about anywhere else in the district.
All right, we got a bad snap. They're going to have to fall on it. They're going to lose about 10 yards in doing so.
Yeah, good hustle there by Parker back and get on that ball. Just over a minute left to play here in this half, Jeff. This is probably 4-down territory. Don't know if they will go to the air here with a minute left.
I think they're going to leave it on the ground. They're not necessarily trying to score here. They're going to wait a long time. May get off one more play before we go in at halftime.
Tick down under a minute now, just.
All right, handoff. Colbert around the right side, gets down the sideline and forced out of bounds. Kind of a little bit of a late hit, little extracurricular there. They're not going to throw a flag on it, but that's okay. He's a tough kid. He can handle it, and I assure you.
Well, I can tell you going out of bounds, Jeff, that's probably going to earn him another carry as he took the receiving end out of stepping out of bounds. A pretty blatant non-call there.
Yeah, he
right in front of this line judge.
You give him too many opportunities, he'll take another one to the house. I'm telling you.
I think that just went on the menu after that non-call.
Oh, fumbles the snap, Parker, and they are going to, I think they're going to get it. Yep. They're going to get the fumble recovery. That's the second one of the night for them.
And the fumble snap by Hurt was recovered by the Panthers. They started the 48-yard line.
Blame that one on First Cousin Mason. As Parker has that snap turnover, but they blame Mason for it.
Yeah, they blame Mason. Now the parents are arguing in the stands down here. That's not my son. That was yours. Sarah thinks it's hilarious. That's good. Don't blame my kid. All right. Incomplete pass. That's going to stop the clock with 22 seconds left.
And North Lamar going to take their shots, Jeff. Why not? 22 seconds left to play here in this first half, and it's been about as lopsided as we expected. 41-0 your score right now.
Todd, it's not too early to start talking about next week either, buddy.
No, we will talk about it plenty in the second half.
I'm fired up for next week. Pleasant Grove coming to town. That's another incomplete pass. Stop the clock at 17 seconds. Flag on the play. They're going to call that pass interference against the Buckeyes. And that is going to be an automatic first down. It'll move the chains forward.
Coaching opportunities galore there for the Buckeye coaching staff.
Well, I don't think they were happy with the call.
No, well, that's true, but
I don't know if that was a coaching opportunity or are you talking about coaching for the kids or?
Well, coaching for the kids. I see Coach Metzel basically saying, "Hey,
which uniform do you want to coach?"
Let's keep our eyes in the secondary, as we've got lots of youngsters that have an opportunity to get some good snaps against some obvious passing downs. 17 seconds left. Bring up a first down for North Lamar on that pass interference penalty.
All right, here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking to pass. That's going to fall incomplete once again with 11 seconds left in the half.
And I'm happy with that, Jeff. Gets some opportunities for this young defense to get some quality snaps in passing situations. And we will have a great halftime show for you as well, Jeff. Two of the best bands in Northeast Texas, period, will be taking the field. North Lamar has a great band. You'll enjoy them. They've got kind of that core band marching style. And then we'll have the Sweepstakes award-winning Buckeye band as well. As quarterback for North Lamar drops back to pass, he's running for his life.
Yeah, he's going to try to run out of bounds, and we've got a flag on the play, probably going to be a hold. I'm guessing 4 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, and that was called by the Buckeye Army over here, yelling, holding. You probably heard it in the background, and
referee heard it and
said, "You know what? You're right.
You're right.
We're going to have to."
I was
going to
let that one slide, but since you saw it, you know, I didn't know if you saw that or not.
Back up the Panthers 10 yards, and we'll have one more snap here in this first half, which again, Jeff, is great because that gives this young Buckeye defenders one more opportunity to be in game situations live. This is, people ask me all over from lots of places in Texas when they find out you're from Gilmer, "Hey, why is Gilmer so good year in and year out?" These games are why. You've got an opportunity to develop some varsity experience, and that's a good thing.
They're going to air one out last play of the half here, and it's going to be knocked down by the Buckeyes, and that is going to be the half.
41-0, your halftime score, as we will recognize a few of our sponsors and come back with a halftime show right after this. The Buckeyes! Woo!
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the award-winning Gilmer High School Stars Pro Team, directed by Don Lane and Laura Cody. Jr., Lenny Drake Jr., Sarah Morgan Jr., Timothy Wilson Jr., and Skyler Ford Sr. Star of the week for this week is Anahi Guerrero. The Stars perform a kick routine to Seven Nation Army.
Let's go, Jordan!
Buckeye fans, on your feet and cheer for the Buckeyes as the Stars kick to the Buckeye strikes line.
to present one of the most decorated military marching bands in Texas, the Pride of Upshur County, the UIL Sweepstakes Award-winning Gilmer Buckeyes Band. And now we feature our GHS Majorettes as they perform a dazzling routine to Raise Your Glass.
I didn't see these. Oh, you know, the hat. Coming across, yeah. They were hats. Little chairs. I think Mom put it down.
The Gilmer Band of Majorettes. The Buckeye Band marches in the traditional American military style under the field command of Drum Major Jalen Wilkerson and feature twirler Hannah Threadgill. The band steps off to Invictus March by K.L. King and Queen City March by Bourne. the Gilmer High School Buckeye Band. The Gilmer High School Band is directed by Eric Gray, Chris Witt, Sarah Thompson, and Jonathan Stafford. Percussion director is Keith Fox, and the major sponsor is Michelle Faulkner. Thank you for your attention to all of tonight's halftime performances.
And back with our halftime show. We'll be right back after this with some statistics and second half.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Hey, East Texas, Matt Darby here, and I serve as one of the pastors at New Beginnings Baptist Church in Gilmer and in Longview. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking for hope in your life right now? We believe that the answer is Jesus Christ, and every Sunday we fix our eyes on Him and we worship Jesus together. I want to invite you to one of our worship services at 8, 9:30, and 11 in Gilmer and in Longview. We'll see you there.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck.
Yeah!
He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
And we're back with halftime statistics here.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second-guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated.
With the Buckeyes, 12 first downs here in the first half, compared to only one earned first down by the North Lamar Panthers. The Buckeyes rushed 15 times for 190 yards. North Lamar, you ready for this stat? 19 rushes for minus 18 yards. That's right, folks. The Buckeye Black Flag defense in run defense holding the Panthers to a negative almost 1 yard per carry. For the Buckeyes, the longest rush, 73 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground for the Buckeyes already, and that's with Davion Smith. For the passing yards, the Buckeyes have 62 passing yards. They're 7 for 10, and North Lamar is 4 out of 15 for only 25 yards. The Buckeyes have run 25 offensive plays here in this first half for 272 total yards. That's an average of just over a first down per play, so almost 11 yards per play. For North Lamar, they've run 34 plays for 7 total yards of offense. That's right, folks, 7 total yards in the first half for North Lamar. That is a 0.2 yards per play. And quite frankly, they're fortunate to have that in a positive number. Penalties, Buckeyes have 6 penalties for 60 yards, 5 penalties for 30 yards for North Lamar. Then when we come all the way down and look at the time of possession, North Lamar possessed the ball 16 minutes and 13 seconds with only 7 minutes and 47 seconds for the Buckeyes. But obviously with a punt return, a kick return for a touchdown, or a punt block, a punt return for a touchdown, and 2 times the Buckeyes have had it first and goal from their opening snap inside of the 5-yard line for North Lamar. Not a whole lot of field. So needless to say, an absolutely dominant first half by your Gilmer Buckeyes as they lead 41-0 here. Just a reminder that the Buckeyes did win the toss and deferred to the second half. And so the Buckeyes will have it to start the second half. We expect to see a whole lot of young players, 15 junior varsity members that are up for the Buckeyes tonight, and really anticipating getting a lot of playing time here in this second half. So a very, very healthy exercise for these Buckeyes. Don't know if we'll have a running clock or not, but we will have a lot of development with some young players as we will go back to a few more of our commercials and come back with the second half right after these messages.
Holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi and Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
120 years ago, First National Bank of Gilmer opened its doors to meet the needs of its customers. Through the years, we added other names to our banking family. Now, we're proudly unified under a single name, First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better for you, your families, your businesses, and our communities. We're the same great bank with the same great people and services you can depend on. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better.
Winningham Chevrolet is proud to support the Gilmer Buckeyes. Don't miss out on the 15% savings on the 2020 Blazer, Equinox, and Trax. And remember, our service department is now open Saturday 8 to 12. Stop by and see Jay, Roger, and Lindsay at Winningham Chevrolet. The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Hey, East Texas, Matt Darby here, and I serve as one of the pastors at New Beginnings Baptist Church in Gilmer and in Longview. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking for hope in your life right now? We believe that the answer is Jesus Christ, and every Sunday we fix our eyes on Him and we worship Jesus together. I want to invite you to one of our worship services at 8, 9:30, and 11 in Gilmer and in Longview. We'll see you there.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck.
Yeah!
He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know, And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. E-Tex, local support from the team you trust.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
120 years ago, First National Bank of Gilmer opened its doors to meet the needs of its customers. Through the years, we added other names to our banking family. Now, we're proudly unified under a single name, First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better for you, your families, your businesses, and our communities. We're the same great bank with the same great people and services you can depend on. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better.
Back to the action here, folks. As your score is 41-0 in favor of the Gilmer Buckeyes here at R.L. Maddox, North Lamar Panther Stadium. And the Buckeyes have deferred when they won the toss at the beginning of the game and will receive to start the second half, and expect to see a lot of young players play. And Jeff, as we talked about at the top of the show, obviously tonight's contest and this broadcast dedicated to Mr. Nolan Hagler. No, as we called him, was really the backbone of the entire program for the better part of 2 decades as Coach Traylor, now the head coach at University of Texas San Antonio, tweeted out today that we will dearly miss Mr. Nolan and everything that he brought to the program for so many years. As a fallen soldier in the Army of Buckeyes, we will obviously bring you his funeral arrangements as we get along in the week. And that is a big loss for the Buckeye family. And our hearts and our prayers go out to the Hagler family. And we will never forget Nolan and what he brought to the program. And just can't even really fathom a memory of Buckeye football really without Nolan around. So we will be sorely missed. Also, we want to make a special announcement tomorrow at Longview Lobo Coliseum at 2 o'clock. The Lady Buckeyes will take on the Kilgore Bulldogs, and by district play for volleyball, 10-0 undefeated district championship
24
season.
24 on the year.
Yeah, that's just
unbelievable.
The girls have just rocked, and they will continue to do so. As
they had just an incredible year. They dominated this year.
They did, Jeff.
Unbelievable. So come out and support them tomorrow.
And it matters now because it's
matter.
win or go home for the volleyball team. First district championship, and Jeff, we'll talk about throughout this second half the opportunity next week that these Buckeyes will have on the football side on the gridiron to go capture a district championship.
So I want to show you guys something right quick. Todd Conance's young son, Noah Conance, who is 13 years old, just shot this. I believe that's a 10-pointer we're looking at there.
Wow.
But what a nice job there by Noah. Congratulations, Noah Conance. And I'm not sure how many of those he's taken down, but I don't know if he's taken one better than that. I know his dad's never had one close to that good.
I know I haven't.
I know his dad's maybe some roadkill he's hit. Here we go. Here's the kickoff of the third quarter, and that is going to be a fair catch called by number 6.
Marche Spraglin,
and we're going to start the third quarter.
Marche sat out the first half after that unfortunate incident last week where a Liberty I Love player jumped on top of him, and he wound up with 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties and got ejected.
That's called insult to injury, Todd.
Yeah, it was bad.
When you get pounded on and then kicked out of the game, that's pretty rough.
The Buckeye offense behind number 19, Parker Gillow, comes in, and let's see who is next to him. That is number 38, Jeff.
That's Haynes.
That's Haynes, the young sophomore in at running back.
All right, here's the snap. They're going to hand it off. Looks like Kiki Johnson, or Kiki.
Yeah, that's Kiki Johnson on the carry.
Johnson, number 21, on the jet sweep around the left side.
He's going to pick up just 1 yard. And hopefully we've got a pretty much a running clock here in the second half. So we're outside, Jeff, tonight, obviously.
Absolutely, Todd. Outside, and it is cold. That's what you were going to say before you dropped your microphone.
It is cold.
Here's a snap. Handoff up the middle. Number 38, Ashton Haynes. And he's going to be dropped for a short gain. And
we'll see if
so
we can.
Buckeyes are looking at 3rd and about 6.
We'll double check with Eric here to make sure all the mics are working. We got a thumbs up from Eric, so all is good. 3rd down.
You need to take better
for the
of
Buckeyes.
our equipment. You're the reason we can't have nice things.
I know. It's
handoff around the left side. Haynes
Look
found
out.
a gap, and he has got a couple to beat. Can he do it? All the way down the sideline and out of bounds. I wanted him to go all the way. What a great young man he is. Ashton Haynes, he is a good ball carrier.
Saw nothing but green grass in front of him. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds all the way down at the 16-yard line, and he's going to stay in.
And this, you know, we talk about Rowan Fluell and how he has a natural flow, just kind of fluid through the defense. This young man's got the same thing. He's really good at it. He's got great vision and just kind of smooth flows through the defense. Love to watch him run. Very exciting. Handoff again to Ashton, and look at him just right through the middle, fighting his way down to the goal line, and not quite in, but hopefully they'll hand it to him, let him get his first varsity score.
Give that boy the ball.
And let him do his thing. They're going to keep the ball on the ground quite a bit this second half, obviously, to try to keep the clock moving and
I hope,
score down.
I hope the white hat keeps the clock moving as well. As you hear the helicopter in the background, we are right next door to the Paris Hospital, and that is a Life Flight helicopter that's flying over us. Hope and pray that everything's all right with that situation as number 38, Haynes, gets it and gets his first varsity touchdown.
First varsity touchdown, number 38, Ashton Haynes. And what a nice guy, and I'm so glad that he got that opportunity.
Well, that won't be the last touchdown for that
sir,
young man.
it will not be. You're going to hear his name a lot over the next few years. And he is just an incredible young athlete. Love to watch him play. Well, here comes Choice into the game.
Well, that was pretty much Haynes that entire drive, as this lead now stretches to 47 with the extra point from Hernandez left to come. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Buckeyes, just like that, lead 48-0. Clock continues to run, which is a good thing, Jeff. We'll recognize a few of our sponsors and come right back.
Winningham Chevrolet is proud to support the Gilmer Buckeyes. Don't miss out on the 15% savings on the 2020 Blazer, Equinox, and Trax. And remember, our service department is now open Saturday 8 to 12. Stop by and see Jay, Roger, and Lindsay at Winningham Chevrolet. The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go, or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions, or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Cheerleaders, all right. Perfect timing, fair catch. Fair catch on about the 30-yard line, and so we're going to see the offensive unit of the Panthers make their way back onto the field.
After Mr. Haynes scores his first varsity touchdown, Jeff, he racked up probably about 60 yards rushing on that last drive, 4 carries that he got for about 60 yards rushing. That's a healthy, nice stat line to start his varsity career. And I will guarantee you that that will not be his last touchdown, and I think he will have add several zeros to that rushing total before he's done.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Finds a little bit of a gap, picks up some good yards there. It's about an 8-run carry. One of the better runs of the night, considering that they had 7 yards of total offense the first half.
7, folks. That's right. We talked about it in the halftime statistics. It was pretty slim pickings for the North Lamar Panthers, especially with the first-string Black Flag defense out there. Lots of youngsters out there now, Jeff, for the Buckeyes, getting some valuable varsity playing time as we've got a running clock, which is a good thing. Buckeyes lead once again 48-0 with just over 5 minutes left to play here in this third quarter.
All right, handoff once again, bounces out to the right side, and that's going to get shut down quick by about 13 of the 11 on the field.
Swarming to the ball, that young Black Flag playing up to the expectations of the Black Flag master.
Yeah, these guys are
Tommy
trying to make a name for themselves. Think about it. These guys are out here going, hey.
They play hard. You expect a lot of young guys to play really hard tonight in their first varsity action, Jeff. Like to see it, and would love to see them here on 3rd and 2 get off the field and get the ball back to the offense.
All right, high snap. Struggle with the handoff a little bit. Quarterback keeps it. I'm not sure he intended to do that or not, but again, Black Flag in there shutting it down. And that is going to bring up a 4th down.
Long 2 yards. Given the spot, they need to get all the way out to the 40. Let's see if they go for it here. They're going to punt the ball. Cody Guidry on the field expected them to punt, but I think they're actually going to go for it here. Yeah, they're going to go for it here, Jeff. Get ready. They're going to go for it right here. You see the signal from the sideline. I know that this signal is punt, and this is going to be a running play, I think. There it is.
They're going to hand off up the middle, and I think they may have got it.
They did pick up the first down on that play with the forward progress. That will move the chains for North Lamar as they pick up their first down of the second half for sure.
For a Panther, first down.
Yes, we're going to abandon Eric.
Yeah, we left Eric in the wind. We're going to jump over here behind the press box where the wind's not blowing. Man, Eric, you should be here. It feels great. Handoff once again up the middle, and look at these guys. I mean, they are really playing tough.
Yeah, swarming to the ball. Everything that the defensive staff, that Black Flag defense coaches up, which is swarm to the football, make contact. The second, third, fourth man on the scene trying to strip the ball. The Panthers content right now to keep it on the ground, Jeff. And we are content to be out of the wind as Eric shivers next to us and gives us the stink eye.
Yeah, we're gonna draw straws for his to go play commercials.
We're just trying to stay with the ball, Jeff. You are right on the line of scrimmage. This is all about the editorial perspective.
We're following the ball, Eric. We're dedicated. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper. And the Buckeyes
tackle
again stopping them.
Yeah, I don't
maybe
know what
a gain of about 2.
I don't know what the number is there, Jeff. That's number 50 for the Buckeyes, coming up with a big stop. Out to the 45, 46-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 with 2 minutes left, mercifully, here in this third quarter with a running clock. Eric letting us know that it's a lot warmer in the truck, which is where he's about to be. He's going to put it on wide-angle lens and take off. 3rd and 5 for the North Lamar Panthers.
All right, here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to pass. And that ball is just overthrown as the player runs out of bounds and into some
Marsha Spraglin getting
furniture.
His playing time here in the second half, but he didn't push him. It looked like that was the case, but he did not push him. And although it's an out-of-bounds pass, the clock is going to mercifully run, and that's a good thing.
I want to congratulate the Buckeyes and Buckeye fans, all the Army of Buckeyes, for the 700th win last night. Tonight will be 701. We joined an elite group. There's only 15 schools in the state of Texas in all classifications that have ever reached that marker, and we want to congratulate all Buckeyes that have come in the past. And
my gracious,
that's a hard
Cody
hit.
Guidry leaving a mark.
That is Cody Guidry, yes.
My
Tattooing his
goodness.
number.
Yeah, to the
on number 4, coming across the middle.
Yeah, I think that there may be an extra 4 on the wrong color after that big hit from Cody Guidry, as the clock is going to continue to run. But Jeff, as you say, what a milestone for this program. 700 wins. That puts the Buckeyes into the top 1% of the top high school football state of Texas, and that's a special thing. There'll be a lot of write-ups and a lot of historical content that you see next week, getting ready for the Pleasant Grove Hawks and a district championship, as these two undefeated teams in district will meet. And pretty much, let's just call it what it is, 2 of the top 3 4A Division II teams in the state. Number 31.
Handoff. That's number 31. And that's the end of the third quarter, folks. We're rolling into the fourth quarter, and still moving the clock pretty aggressively. So this game's going to be over pretty quick. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Hey,
again, we've got another. I told you this was a lot of fun. A lot of fun tonight down here, and they're playing deep in the heart of Texas, and the Buckeyes are having a good time on the sideline. The whole crowd's having a good time.
Dylan and Marche showing off their dance skills. Charles showing off his dance skills, auditioning for the Buckeye Stars with his high kick routine.
They really should invite him out one night as a celebrity dancer. I think that'd be great. All right, here comes the Buckeye offense. We flipped the field. We're going the other direction now. Handoff up the middle. Number 31, he's going to be stopped immediately. Good defensive job there by the Panthers. Again, number 31 is Michael Colbert, who plays normally on the JV, pulled up here in this game tonight, and he's doing a fine job.
So far, that is the 7th ball carrier for the Buckeyes. So we have hit that magic number of 7 running backs.
I think we might see 8 before the night's over.
I think you're right, and I think maybe number 8 may share your last name. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. It may happen this quarter. We'll see. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it to Kiki Johnson around the right side. Kiki's going to get about 5 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up 4th and short for the Buckeyes.
Let's call that 3, as no hesitation from Coach Metzel, as the clock is going to continue to run here under 11 minutes. And Coach Metzel would like nothing more than to just let the clock run and drive this ball down and take as much time off as possible and get all of the guys in the white jerseys healthfully back onto the bus, headed south to get ready for the district championship in week 10. We've had it circled on the calendar, folks, for all season long, and we're going to have the showdown next week as we anticipated.
All right, quarterback keeper Parker Gillo on the carry, and he's going to pick up the first down. As we get a flag on the play, we'll have to see who that's going to be against.
That's going to be face mask, I think, will be the call. And add 15 more. Personal foul, yes, that's face mask. Parker is tough and takes that one himself to move the chains and keep this drive alive. And Jeff, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to see next week, because it basically is playoff time. And from here on out,
it'll be the 17-yard line.
Trophy time for next week, and then thereafter the Buckeyes not sure exactly who they're going to play. Word is right now that the destination could possibly be Athens, Texas for the bi-district game the following week. But it will all come down to next week as the Hawks against the Buckeyes in the showdown in the top two of the top 3 teams in the state. As Parker keeps this one too. Look out, Parker's got a room. He makes a move and gets down inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I think that might have been a blown play actually, but he turned that into something good.
Yeah, you see his ability.
Yeah, Parker's got some legs.
Yeah,
on
he's
him.
got some wheels and he's got some shake to go along with those fries as he jiggles his way down inside the 5-yard line. And of course, he has got a couple of touchdowns to his credit already this year as a receiver, and an excellent athlete, and a good thing to have if you're a Buckeye fan.
A lot of athletes coming out of that family over the
years.
years.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the deep end of the gene pool in Gilmer. First and goal, Buckeyes from the 4-yard line.
Shifts. They're going to hand it to Colbert, and maybe he'll get his first score. He will.
Yes, he does.
It's his first varsity score.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that's going to be against.
I think that's going to be
wait that out and see.
I think that's going to be against number 9 for North Lamar, as I think he had something to say right in front of the back judge. We will see what the call is there. But nonetheless, another first tonight as a young Buckeye scores his first varsity touchdown. Personal foul, yes, it is against North Lamar. That will come on the kick.
It's a personal foul against the Panthers.
But for now, Jeff.
Yeah, they're running the clock just full time now, so we're 8 minutes away from the end of this football game, unless they decide to stop the clock.
Although you can make an argument that the end of this football game began about the coin toss, because it has been all Buckeyes from there till now. It's number 29 on for the kick, and it is no good. Shank to the left-hand side.
If he just missed that one, or if they actually got a hand on it, I couldn't tell, but that is going to be no good. So 7:31 left to play in the game, and Gilmer leads 54-0. And again, just a fun atmosphere tonight. A lot of Gilmer fans drove to North Lamar.
They really did.
I'm very impressed.
The Army showed up in force. We were expecting maybe to have a couple of hundred, but I think we've kind of maybe gone over the COVID allotment.
Oh, no, we didn't, Todd. We were right where we're supposed to be.
Right on the edge.
Right where we're supposed to be.
Maximum capacity.
Two less than the maximum.
Whatever that number was, we're 2 less.
That's right. 7 minutes left.
Coach Metzel's got to be happy with what he's seen here tonight after a 41-point first half, Jeff. Starters played pretty much the first quarter after that. It was a lot of valuable time for young players to develop skills. And it's been a good thing. It's been a good trip up. Obviously, North Lamar, they get thrown to the wolves here in this district. This is probably a school that really is probably a 3A school, definitely from a caliber standpoint, but, they creep up just with a few more than is necessary to get into the 4A. They're all the way up here up north, and they stick in a district with Gilmer and Pleasant Grove and Liberty Islo and Pittsburgh.
I mean, give me a break, man.
Yeah, it's a long, tough slog for these guys, and they've got one more week, and then they will have basketball season. But for these Buckeyes, it's going to be trophy time starting next week. So we invite the Army to come out and show your support, starting with the Pleasant Grove Hawks next week.
Get a little bit of a return up the middle. And that tackle, we're going to credit that one to number 5, and that is Russell Stewart.
Across the 25 to the 28-yard line.
5:33 left to play in the game.
At the 27, first down and 2.
And Jeff, the Whataburger bill will be a bit larger tonight for these Buckeyes. Maybe Brahms stopping down. We'll see what's open. But it's been a good night for these Buckeyes all around.
Nice run there by the back.
Woo, what a hit. That's number 50 in on that tackle, Jeff.
Yeah, number 50 for the Buckeyes, Taylor Neely.
To the 37-yard line.
Lots of young Buckeyes out here on this defensive side trying to maintain that goose egg. And I can tell you what, there's one person on the Buckeye staff right now that is not relaxing, and his name is Tommy Edwards, as he wants to keep this goose egg up.
Yeah,
good tackle there, game tackle.
Good job there on the defensive line.
35 and 47 in on that tackle.
Yeah, number 5, Russell Stewart once again, and number 47, Seth Jordan.
The ball carrier for the Panthers.
That is going to pick up a first down and 10 for the Panthers.
Of the play, and that is enough for a Panther first down.
As the Panther announcer finding a way to use that sound effect.
He's had a good time tonight.
Yeah, he's had a good time.
Quarterback keeper. Gets out to the left side. Nice tackle there. Open field tackle. I believe that's number 42 for the Buckeyes. 42 is going to be, let's look here, Tyson Wilson.
Comes up from his corner position to make a good, strong tackle.
3 yards on the play.
A 3-yard gain, bring up second down and 7 with under 3:30 to play now in this game. 54-0. It will probably be your final score, Jeff, tonight here. As the Buckeyes have accomplished their goals for sure in 3.5 minutes away from a nice bus ride home back to Gilmer.
All right, got a pass across the middle, a little post pass down here complete. That is their biggest play of the night. And that is going to move the chains for a big first down with 3:10 left to play in the game.
Jeff, find Tommy Edwards on the sideline because he is puckered up right now.
Yeah, he didn't want to give up the
He
goose
does not
egg.
want to give up the goose egg. That happened on the last play of the game several weeks ago in Pittsburgh, and he doesn't want to see it happen again. As a fumble
on the play, it looks like they might have recovered it.
Good play there
I
by
thought Gilmer
number.
was fixing to get it.
Yeah, by number 62 for the Buckeyes.
Number 52, Duhart. I thought he was going to.
No, 62.
62, excuse me. 62, we don't have him on our list.
And that is a young JV player on defensive line. Gets into the backfield. As we've got a shoe missing. As they throw the shoe to the Buckeye sideline. Burton. As we've got a pass play here, line flags down as the quarterback's going to scramble, be tackled out in the right flat, but we've got a flag down. I think that's going to be a hold and bring that one back. It's a second down, about 17 now for the 40. They do stop the clock.
It's going to be offsides against the defense.
They're going to call offsides.
Now we've got the shoe back on the field. Nobody knows who the shoe belongs to. We're
I
throwing
do,
the
it's
shoe
number
around.
54. You can see him, he's without his left shoe. That's the left tackle who's playing shoeless. This is going to be a pass play down the sideline. Almost intercepted there by the Buckeyes. Third down and 11 now.
Third and 11.
There'll be under a minute left to play, Jeff, when this one snapped. Still a left tackle with no shoe. He's played 5 straight plays with no shoe. Here's the snap. Going to be a give straight up the middle. He falls down, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Clock ticks under a minute, 50 seconds left in the game.
Jeff, this may be the last play of the game. Let's go to prevent defense here and keep them from launching a bomb and blowing the goose egg. Look for it down the left side. The Buckeyes back up, and sure enough, tackle good made out there by the safety.
Yeah, and that's going to be the last play of the game. We're down to 14 seconds on the clock, and I don't think they're going to be able to get off another play. That's just going to be it. And so Gilmer is going to take a victory tonight, 54-0, win number 701.
Jeff, that sets up the big
game, the showdown, baby, next week.
It's going to be the heavyweight district title in reach for these Buckeyes against the Pleasant Grove Hawks, 2 of the top 3 teams in the state of Texas, 4A Division II. We will see you next week from Jeff Traylor Stadium. Your tonight's score 54-0, Buckeyes win. We'll see you next week.